Hey there, welcome to the Women's Business Workshop Podcast, episode 83. This one is all about getting back on track in creating your plan for Q4. So summer is over, and I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but it's time to get back to business. Among my business circles, everyone was really enjoying this summer, very intentionally being with their families, getting to do all those outdoor fun things that in the Midwest here we don't get to do year round. We really needed the break. And I am all for taking breaks when you need them, as long as your business is prepared and you will get back on track when the time is right. So today is that day. We all know that re-entry after a break or after a new season, sometimes that can be hard. So today I'm going to do a little sneak peek at a couple questions and tasks that we do in our Q4 action planning workshops. If you want to partake in the full workshop, you have two options. If you're in the Northwest Illinois suburbs, we are going to be doing an in-person workshop again this year. This time we'll be in McHenry, Illinois on September 15th. You can also join us online in our mastermind group, the Impact Business Circle, where we will be doing this for our Q4 workshop. The links are in the show notes, or you can go to our podcast page, womensbusinessworkshop.com/WBW podcast. Thanks for listening today. In case we haven't met, I'm Robin Walker, business consultant and trainer for small business owners and organizational leaders. I can help you find what is holding back your business growth, help you get a strategic plan in motion, and help you reach your goals. You can choose your favorite type of support, whether that's one-on-one coaching, small group masterminds, or training for your team or your group. Set up a call and let's get to work. Welcome to the Q4 Big Planning episode. So are we ready to get back on track? Oh yeah, time to get going for those big plans we set at the beginning of 2023. Do you remember those? No? Okay. Well, that's going to be our first step. The result of any plan you make is to have your first focus. That's the term I use for a part of our 4-step achievement process that clients go through when we're setting goals or marketing plans, sales, etc. It's called focus to finish. And the term first focus for me refers to the most important or strategic thing that you need to be focusing on first. So after a break, there's obviously going to be some day-to-day tasks, some updates, some things that are a little more urgent that you need to get back on track. But I'm referring to the bigger picture of your quarter, your goals, what you want to have done, or what you want to have achieved by the end of the year. So if you're listening to this when it launches in September, that is Q4 starts in October, so there's not a lot of time before the end of the year, and it's a very busy time of year, as most of us know. So it's important to take time that you're doing today, so bravo, to look at your big picture and not just focus on the nitty-gritty urgent things that seem to take up a lot of our time in the day-to-day. So we're not going to be able to pick a specific goal and work through that process today, but like I said, you can do that in our workshop or in our impact group. But I do want you to cast your vision of what's coming, what you want to be by the end of the year, and some simple things you can do moving forward to get there. So grab your business notebook and let's dive in. Let's start first by fast forwarding to December 31st of this year. What would have made this a great year or even a great quarter if you plan by quarters? I want you to write that down. It was great because. Be as specific as possible. What would you love to say your work or your home life looked like during this last quarter? How much time is more time with your family? A lot of us say those kind of things. Oh, I want to spend more time with my family, or I want to go on more trips, or I want to bring in more revenue, but I want you to be as specific as possible. What event or milestone would make this quarter what you need it to be or what you want it to be? Maybe it's securing a certain client or a number of speaking opportunities that you've secured, or maybe it's a profit goal. And like I always like to remind our clients, this is your business and your life. You get to decide what your Q4 is going to be. And you don't need to listen to me or any gurus saying what you need to hit the certain amount of digits that will make you successful, or that you have to do 42 things every morning at 5 a.m. in order to hit your goals. Not everyone's wired the same. Your business is your own. You get to pick what success looks like for you. But that also includes what you are willing to put in for the remainder of the year in order to achieve whatever that success looks like for you. For example, if you currently average 5 clients a month and you'd like to average 10 a month, are you willing to put in double the marketing efforts, possibly double the money? You're going to be spending a lot more time serving those clients. Are you willing and interested to do that? Do you have the capacity to do that in the time and the ability so that you're going to deliver that in an exceptional way? Sometimes we want the thing, but then when you really do the math and figure out what that's going to take, maybe Q4 is not the time to do that, or maybe there's something different you want to do instead to bring in that revenue. What I want you to ask yourself, though, is what is going to be different now this time that's going to make it happen that hasn't happened before. So if this is a goal you've had before, you've tried to achieve it, you've tried to do things, and it hasn't worked, what's going to be any different this time? There may be a step that you need to complete before achieving it, or something that was in your way. Maybe you need a more effective marketing plan. Maybe you need to hire. Maybe you need to automate your client onboarding or their service journey. Those may be the key to achieving the actual goal that you're interested in, but you don't see them as the problem. So are you willing to put in the time and money into those to achieve this goal over the next 3 months? So like I said before, keep in mind it's the holiday season. If you're going to be doing a lot more work, you want to be servicing more clients, do you have the time and energy to do that over the holiday season? Some people choose to check out a little more over the holidays, and that's fine too. So just double check that what you want is really what you want. Just a reminder too that you can always pause the podcast, think about these things, jot some notes, and then start playing again, because we want your vision to be something that you actually want. And once you have that settled, let's move on to the second part that is focusing on what needs to happen for this vision to become a reality. I like to look at 3 different stages that you might be in that are either something that needs to happen first, or possibly there's a gap there and that's what's causing you to not be able to move forward. So think honestly with yourself if you are needing foundational work, if you're looking to just maintain in Q4, or if you're looking for growth in Q4. None of them are wrong, but one of them may be the best fit. I know everyone's like, oh, I want to grow, but not everybody needs to grow right now. So let's talk about some foundational work. There may be some things in your business that need to be optimized or completed in order to make the best use of your time. So just quickly asking, do you have proof of concept? Sometimes if you're new, you're offering a lot of different offers because you get all the ideas, and trust me, I know what that's like. Or maybe you change your offers often and you aren't really giving them a chance to be proven that they're wanted and that the price point's right. So that may be something you really need to focus on before you focus on growing, is making sure you have that proof of concept. Also, are you selling consistently? If you're selling a bit here and there, it doesn't seem to be a pattern, or you really want to just sell one thing more often, then that might be something to focus on before moving into a different step. Also, knowing your audience and what they need. Your sales might be coming from different types of people. Maybe you're struggling to narrow down who is that best fit customer, or you know who you want to work with, but you're not really sure how to attract them specifically. That could be something you could focus on during Q4, do some experimenting, try some different things, maybe work with a coach on a strategic plan on how to narrow these people down, find them and attract them. But if you don't have that consistent yet, you're not ready for growth. What is really common is that these foundational pieces haven't ever been strategically mapped out or aligned. It makes sense. Many of you started this business because you had a different skill set or you wanted to work for yourself, but you're kind of winging it as you go along, and that's totally normal. I have people 5 years in business that have never gone back and actually aligned their ideal client, their customer journey, their offers. That's totally normal. But it is something that should take focus before you're trying to scale or grow your business, is to really focus on aligning those. We have those workshops online in the Impact Business Circle. If that's something you need to work through, you can work through them one at a time while you're a member of the Impact group. Now, some of you may just want to maintain for fall. If you're the type of person that says during the holiday season, I'm running a business so that I can take off time when my kids take off time. I can go visit my mom who lives 2 states away and not feel guilty or ask for time off. If that's you and you're really just looking to maintain for quarter 4, that is 100% okay. Now, you want to make sure, if you're going to do that, that you are making consistent sales and that you're content with your current revenue. Because what you could do if you're planning on taking time off during the holidays, make sure you're spending the beginning of quarter 4, putting any systems or contractors in place to make it easier to step out of your role when you choose to do so. So if you are in that maintaining stage, you can focus on activities that are really optimizing your current processes. So when you are ready to grow, you have those things in place. Last one is growth. So if you've got your consistent sales, you know who your ideal client is, your processes are pretty solid, then let's look into growing. And maybe in fourth quarter, you are really ready to grow. So that might mean hiring or some systems. If you're at capacity and you need help in order to grow, then you're going to need to look into hiring, whether that's contractors or employees, or optimizing some systems, maybe upgrading some software in order to be able to have that growth. Something I see pretty commonly with business owners is when you ask them what they need in their business, they say visibility. Say, I need more people to know about me. I need more people to buy our products. We really just need more visibility. I will caution you, though, a lot of people think that's what they need, and some of them do. But before you seek out visibility, make sure your processes are set, your product or service sells, and people want it, and they're willing to pay the price point you're looking for. Visibility doesn't help you if once they find you, it's clunky, the process doesn't make sense, or you're turning them away because of the things you don't have in place. If you do have consistent sales and a targeted audience, and you really just need to be seen by more of those ideal clients in order to grow, then finding more visibility is a great step. Keep in mind that during the holidays, if social media is where you're going for that visibility, it's a very competitive space to try to get people's attention during the holiday season. There are a lot of other ways that you can target your ideal client and you can find them and get in front of them. So don't just rely on social media during Q4. Okay, how we doing? Got some ideas, got some vision, got a little bit of a direction. Next, I want to jump into seasonal promotions. Some businesses really lend themselves well for holiday specials or events or promotions. You know, the obvious retail, gift businesses. Some service-based offers can be really great fits and just make sense for the holiday season. I don't want you to feel like you have to offer something. Please don't just stick a Santa hat on your current offer or your campaigns and call it a seasonal offer, but we can get creative. So let's picture someone who does insurance sales. No one's looking for a reindeer-themed insurance company logoed koozie, right? But what they may be looking for is more money in their pocket so that they can buy their kid that gift that they are just really longing to give them. So maybe you could set up a campaign for them to come and chat to find some stocking stuffer cash with a new insurance plan. If they can get a new insurance plan by November, having maybe a lower November, December payment can give them some more cash in their pocket to be able to buy their kids the gifts that they want to give them. So see how you can think creatively, and it's still seasonal, But you really want to think about, what does your ideal client, what are they worried about, or what are they needing help with during Q4? This is just going to depend on who you target and who your ideal client is. It's not always about gifts. It may be about family. It may be about entertaining. It may be about end of the year business. Everyone's got different things that they're concerned about in Q4. And as a business owner, if you can find a way to support and be that superhero helper for your ideal client in Q4, that's the type of seasonal offer we want. It doesn't have to be themed around the holidays. If this is something you do need help with, we have a seasonal offer online workshop we're offering as a Q4 bonus for anyone joining us in the Impact Business Circle. I want you to plan this now. If you're listening to this in September, October, plan this now so you can incorporate it into your Q4 revenue plan. This way you can add all the launch promotional details into your quarterly plan so that you're not doing it last minute or trying to come up with something on a whim that looks misaligned and kind of out of place with your audience. Plan this now so that you have everything in place. The next big step that you'll need to do is creating that plan and action steps. I always say to have that plan down to the very, very small, tiny steps that you can do in 15 to 20 minutes. If your list only has very big items, then it's too big of a list. One thing I want to touch on before we go is that a plan only works if you implement it. For many of us, that requires some accountability. If you have a hard time following through, historically, you struggle with following through, which is so many of us because we have so much on our plate. Let's say that's the history. Simply willing yourself to do it this time is not going to work. That whole, I just need to have more willpower, I just need to make myself do it, that doesn't work, and it only makes us feel crappy. So what can you build into your plan that gives you some accountability? Maybe that's with another person, maybe with some kind of mastermind group. Maybe it's using different software or reminders, timers, something. Find something that works for you that's going to help you follow through on your steps that will make this time different than last time. All right, friends, that should be enough to get you started. You can reach me anytime at robin@womensbusinessworkshop.com or at any of the links in the show notes if you want more info about working this out one-on-one or about hopping into our group for Q4. Impact pricing will be going up October 1st, but you can be grandfathered into the current price and grab the bonuses if you join in September. And yes, it is affordable for small business owners. Impact members also receive special pricing on one-on-one coaching sessions. So just you and me talking about just your business. So you get the best of both worlds. Group accountability, community and support, as well as one-on-one strategy sessions. Hope to see you in the group for Q4. Now go get back to work.